Hi everyone. Now that we've had a chance to talk about multiple intelligences, we're going to take a test to see what kind of smarts we have. I know when you think of the word test, that might be kind of scary, but I promise this one's not a scary test. It's pretty easy. There's no right or wrong answers. You get to decide what describes you. So as I go through each sentence, you're going to mark each one that describes you. Or if it's not quite you, but it's something you would like to do if you had the opportunity, you can also mark it. Okay. Now, the test asks for different colored crayons. You can use crayons, markers, colored pencils, or you could just use a regular pencil or pen. That's fine too. Okay. Before our first box, we're going to start with purple. So I'm going to use the colors as much as I can. Okay. So use a purple crayon to fill in the bubble next to any sentence that describes you. All right. Number one, I like to listen to music. I do. I play a musical instrument. I don't play a musical instrument, but I've always been interested in maybe playing the piano. So I'm going to mark that one for me. I make up my own songs or music. I don't really do that. I like to sing. I do like to sing. I can remember new songs easily. This is true. So if someone plays a song for me, I can remember it pretty quickly. I like to go to musical concerts. I do when I can. So even if you haven't been to a concert and you'd like to go, you can mark that. All right. Our next one says yellow. So let's change that to yellow. If you have yellow, you can take that out. I can entertain myself. That means if I have nothing to do and no one to tell me what to do, can I figure it out? Can I find a book or something that I like to do? I can. I enjoy alone time. I do sometimes. I like quiet time to think or write. Sometimes I do like to write. I understand my feelings well. So when I'm feeling happy or sad or angry, I usually can understand why. I can have fun even when I'm alone. That's true. I don't have to be around others. And I like to set goals and think about how I'll reach them. Just remember, if I want to get better at something, I think about how am I going to get there? What do I need to do? So I'll mark that. Okay. Now our next one says use a green crayon. So let's change our color to green. Go up here and change to green. I enjoy being outside in all kinds of weather. I don't. I like to take care of animals. I do. I like to take care of my dog. I like going to zoos, aquariums, and parks. I do. I like to collect and organize things. I don't, but maybe you do, like Pokemon cards or some other items. I like learning about the earth and nature. Sometimes I do, so I'll mark it. And I like things like camping and hiking. I do like to be outdoors when I can. So I'll mark those. All right, our next color is blue. Let's change this to blue. I like to draw. I don't. But I do enjoy looking at art and photography or pictures that people take with their cameras. I can picture things in my head easily. So, for example, I were to say, imagine a gorilla in a dress. You can picture that really easily. Mark number 3. Number 4, I enjoy putting puzzles together. Sometimes I do. I haven't done it in a while, but I'll mark it. I like doing craft projects. Not really my thing. And last, I like to build things with blocks or Legos. Not really. So I'm not going to mark that either. All right. Our next color is orange. So let's see if I find orange. I do. I like to solve hard math problems. I don't. Math is hard for me. I enjoy solving mysteries. I do like to solve mysteries and look at clues. I can picture things in my head easily. I marked it up here, so I'm going to mark it again there. I like playing games with numbers and logic. Numbers, not as much, but logic. When you have to think about things or use clues, I do like that. I can solve math problems in my head. Like I said, math is kind of hard for me, so I can't really solve them in my head yet. I like doing science experiments on occasion, but not a lot. So I'm not going to mark those. All right, now let's see brown. Huh, I don't think I have brown. So for this one, I'm just going to use, let's see, I have this kind of, I'll use gray since it's the most different. All right, I like to do crossword puzzles and word games. Yes, I do. I learn and remember new words easily. I do. I like to read. Yes. I like to write stories. I do. I just haven't written a story in a really long time. I enjoy poetry and rhyming. Poems are okay and rhyming's okay, but it's not really something I enjoy, so I won't mark it. And then I am good at spelling. I am. So I'll mark that there. Okay, now we're moving to red. So let's change to red. Almost done, everyone. I get along with many different kinds of people. I do. I like working in groups. I do. I am good at understanding how others are feeling. I think I am. So I'll put that there. I like to help people. Yes. I love being with my friends. And the last one is I would rather be with people than be alone. So this one's a little tricky because remember earlier it said, do you like alone time? I do like alone time, and I actually prefer alone time to being with a lot of people. So I'm not going to mark this one. All right. And then my last section is pink. Now this one's kind of a pink, right? So I'll use that. I like dancing. Not really. Sometimes I like to move around, but dancing is hard for me. So oops, this one changed to pink. Let's go there. Let's click here and there. I'll just give it a second to come back. There we go. All right. Don't really like dancing, so I'm not going to mark that. I don't like to play sports, but I do like doing activities that involve moving. So I like walking around. I like to move when I'm thinking about things. I like to walk and think. I like to do projects where I get to use my hands. And sometimes it's easy for me to learn a new dance. No, it's not easy, but I guess I could learn if I really practiced and tried. All right. With all of my sections. So I'm going to change this back. Or I'm going to click off of here and I'm going to change it to black just to make it a little easier. But now what I'm going to do is count up all of my purples. So it says right here, sorry, I didn't read that, but it says count how many circles you filled in for each color and write the number next to the color. So I'm going to go back up and let's see, how many purples do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to type in the number 5. Okay. Yellow. And if I remember correctly, I think I marked all of them. So that would be 6, but let's go back and look. 6, I think. Yep, I have 6 yellows. So let's go ahead and type in the number 6. Okay. Now green. How many green do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to mark 4. And then blue. How many did I mark for blue? 3. So I'm going 3. Let's see. Nope, still on the front for all of you. I have 3 orange. And now we'll turn it over. And let's see. Now this is brown, but remember I used gray, but that's okay. I have 5. So I'm going to put 5 there. Red, I have also 5. And pink, I have 2. So now that I've totaled up all of the colors, I can take a look and see what that means. So according to my test results, it looks like I have a lot of music smart. I also have a lot of self smart and a pretty good amount of nature smart. I'm not as strong in art smart or picture smart, but I'm working on it. And math smart's also the same. I'm working on that too. But I have a lot of word smart and people smart and body smart, not so much yet, but I can still work on it. So now take a moment, think about what smarts do you notice that you have a lot of. So those are the different things that you learn best with at this point, right? Because you can get stronger in all of your smarts. What do you need to do though? Practice or just keep trying. Because when you keep trying, remember, you build those neurons in your brain. We talked about that with our growth mindset. And for some of them, they might be like me. See my body smart? It's 2. That's okay. You might have some that have even less than mine. That's okay. But that will help you know what you might like to focus on or what you might like to make some goals for. And by knowing which kinds of smarts or learning styles you have best, it can help you understand what you might like to do. Thinking about some of the ones I have a lot of, I need to know a lot about myself before people, because I help a lot of people, but I also need time for myself. I had to read a lot of books to become a school counselor because there was a lot of information and a lot of things I had to learn. So it all makes sense that these are some of my strongest ones because it fits with what I'm doing as a school counselor. But that doesn't mean other school counselors don't have math smart or body smart or art smart. They might be even stronger in those. That's okay. You can still become what you want to become, even if you don't necessarily have the smarts yet for those. So I hope you learned a little bit about how you learn best. And now you can just take a chance to share this with everyone. All right. I will see you all. Thanks for doing that with